and
Yeah.
even so that's how I got to be where I am. The thing that has changed since I got started, and I've been doing this for 5 years, is that now we have to give some equal time and attention to the fact that yes, lots of boomers are retiring, and we do need to make sure that there's the knowledge share and the leadership development on the part of younger generations. But also, a lot of these older workers want to keep working.
Yeah.
So, how are we creating opportunities for the older workers to stay in the workplace and create opportunities for them to do things like step down retirement,
Mm.
just simple part time, more mentoring opportunities, and upskilling, things that will make it possible for this intergenerational connection to keep being a positive.
Yeah. Um, no, that's fantastic. And I think that um, you say it so matter of factly, and it makes complete sense. We also know that there's a lot of resistance to that, and I'm sure all the professors weren't going, oh yeah, let's relearn everything that I've been doing for the past X amount of years, right? I mean, why was it important for you to to accommodate, those requests and like those demands essentially for that generation, for the millennials, when you start to notice the shift?
Well, uh, I think, first of all, I am a creative person. I come from a creative background, and I like to connect. When creativity works, it means we're making connections.
Mm.
And I uh, thought, I just thought, I think I became curious. I just
Mm.
thought, what will it take? Clearly, this isn't working. So
Yeah.
what will?
Yeah.
And yeah, what's the next new thing? The other thing is that I was teaching as a lecturer, and that's something I chose to do
Mm.
because I could focus more on pedagogy, on the teaching, versus some of the politics one has to do working through the, tenured system. And I knew, as almost like a business type proposition, that if these students really didn't like and resisted what was happening in my course, which, by the way, was a requirement for graduation, uh, they could just quit. And oh, if you don't know, for a lot of millennials, it's not as urgent for them to have degrees as it was for us.
Yeah.
So they didn't necessarily have any problem just walking away from it.
Yeah.
Well, if I didn't have students in my class, I didn't have a job. Oh, what does that sound like?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a business interest in
Sure.
keeping them engaged, in keeping
Sure.
them wanting to come back.
No,
So it
that's
was
real. That's
incumbent
real.
on
Yeah.
me to be somebody that these people wanted to engage with. And as a result of me kind of tuning up, or retooling my process, these students then began to trust me. They
Yeah.
saw, oh, she does want to meet us where we are. Oh, she's
Yeah.
trying. Well,
Yeah.
then they started trusting me, and it became easier and easier for me to lead, because I am not saying that they came knowing all there was to know. Now, they might want you to think that. And sometimes that kind of a bit of grandiosity is a bit of a cover up for,
Sure.
insecurities.
Sure.
A good teacher, a good parent knows that. So I wasn't going to get wound up in any kind of power struggle, but just to say, okay, and what if, and they would start to let me, take them to places that earlier they had resisted.
That,